I'm Brandon with Fabricators, and this is my family. It's my wife Jamie, my newborn Jack, Timothy Jack Maverick Smith. This is little Bruce right here. So, hey. Jeremiah, Brian, we play a lot of sports. We love baseball. We're pretty religious about going there. Just love my family. That's one reason why I work so hard, is to provide for them, because they depend on me. I had this in order. We're going to jump around a little bit on the slideshows. This is a house we did for the architect of Kroger in Arlington, actually. This is his house. We came in, we helped the painter out. He was falling behind, slacking. We removed everything. It wasn't Adam. we removed all the 5-inch gutters. They have a very steep roof, so hey, we installed 6-inch gutters, and we sort of two-toned it because there's a little bit of brown in the roof, and it sort of makes the gutters pop on the house. So the problem with gutters is the ability to get clogged. So this is my thumb is horrible there, don't it? The ability to be clogged. So what happens when it rains? If you have any trees around and the oak seeds and whatnot, when it rains, it pushes all the debris to the drop outlet, and it makes a plug there. So if you have any trees around, you would want leaf guards, because this is what you're going to have. This is one of Mike's homes that he built. Very nice home.
Did the sod.
Layout was also awesome. David Cutlet did the sod here. It was wet out there, so that's what those indentions are. Apologies.
So what does that show you? That shows you how much things go around in this chapter.
Definitely. Yeah, we definitely try to refer as much as possible. This is what, you can't really see it, but this flashing is installed incorrectly. So there's a gap right here, and the decking's up there. So if the shingles aren't long enough, the water's going to come down the roof and get back into the house, and you don't want that. That's going to cause mold over years. And hey, there's a better way to do it. You got to put it underneath the shingles, onto the decking, and inside the gutters. We're going to install a gutter here up under the flashing. That way the water comes down, it can't go back in, and it goes into the gutter. There's my newbie. This was Christmas. This is Timothy Jack Maverick Smith again.
Jack Maverick Smith.
My 2 boys. Again, this is what me and Don try to help out with. These gutters were hung 3 inches too low for one. The decking right here, again, there's a gap there, so any critters, squirrels, rats, they can just climb right in. And there you are, Don. But that's one thing we look for. This guy had a bunch of trees on the house. You see all the staining. I'm always mentioning staining. That's the corners are leaking. All this wood was bad. We had to replace all that. This was a before. This valley shield right here causes issues, because if you have trees, it causes issues, because all the leaves build up behind it and it dams it up, and the water actually backs in to the house when that happens. So you don't want those valley shields on your homes. It's a lot of issues. This guy told me he didn't need leaf guards. When I got back to the shop, hey, I sent him this picture. I was like, I think you need leaf guards right here at least. It was only 20 feet. Still haven't been back there to put leaf guards in. He said, I'll call you in the fall. So, but yeah, that's something's wrong with my gutters. Hey, this is it. A smaller home we did. The previous installer. That's the new gutter sitting on the ground. The previous installer secured the gutters on top of the siding, on top of 1x2. 1x2 was pulling off. So you don't want to screw the gutters to the 1x2. That's, I don't do that. I see people do it all the time. They'll install J-channel beneath that 1x2, and it just issues. So that's what it looked like after. And that's cool. That was back to back like that. That's coming out, but. We did large B swings there, trying to divert all the water to this concrete pad, so it just goes out to the street, and that's the correct way to do that. Yeah, heights. We do heights. We're not I was scared to be up there. I don't know why I was up there in that house, but hey, I got a good picture. Again, the problem with gutters is the ability to clog, so you want leaf guards. This house, quite a few trees in the backyard. The subfascia, soffit, everything was pulling away due to the gutters being clogged. And whoever built this house, they actually had staples holding that one bar on. That's horrible. So we took all the fascia down, replaced that 2x, and resecured it back to the rafter tips with screws actually, because hey, that's our method. Is a good long screw that is not going to pull out, or ring shank nails. This is that gutter is actually sitting on top of that ledge. Some of our custom work we have to do. We had to build a flashing system behind that, and then place the gutters into it. So if anything ever did happen, again, a lot of trees, no leaf guards, going to cause issues. If it does overflow, hey, it's going to go down that flashing and go to the ground. The ability to be clogged again. You need leaf guards. When we do gutter estimates, well, not only are we looking at your gutters, we're trying to find anything wrong with the house to help you out. So these people, they had a new roof put on 5 years ago. Well, over here they had a bunch of rotten wood. Why did that rot? So I climbed up on the roof and saw this. Hey, that's no bigger tattletale than that. That's horrible. So I can actually fix this. We did counter flashing. Maybe it's in the next picture. Nope. No. Okay.
Back up one.
I just put that on there because
Squirrel.
I was like, is that squirrel up there? And then I hit the next picture. That's where it was. That downspout. I had to call Don. How did he get up there?
Like a break.
But that's what the finished product looked like from that chimney. So we removed the shingles from here to here. We installed a piece of metal that actually runs up this wall. It goes down and then up to here. Then we put ice and water shield down, and then we re-shingled it back in. This is saw on the wall flashing. We actually make that on site. It's musket brown, but it actually, we saw into the wall. We break this metal up, install it into the wall, caulk it with the clear caulking. Good finished product. So
Nice work.
and that was like 2 weeks ago, actually. That's my wife's granddad's house. He's getting a little bit older.
What's his name again?
Petrowski.
The baby.
The baby.
Oh, the youngest name. Oh, that's Sir Bruce. That's
The youngest one.
Jeremiah, and that's Timothy Jack Maverick Smith.
All right, so let's help Brandon out. Brandon, so we're in our neighborhoods.
2 minutes left.
We're in our neighborhoods. I wanna really get down and drill down to who is a good referral for you. Obviously, people with gutters, but
Definitely.
what are we looking for as the neighbor across? What's that?
People without gutters.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
without gutters, people with gutters. But what are the gutter problems that you noted that we notated on here that we saw? If we see that, right, and we're talking to our neighbors, kind of, what do we say? Kind of give us something there to
What can we ask them to
Yeah.
find out whether they're
The
good
main
for you?
tattletale with gutters is staining. So if you have a faulty gutter system, let me flip through some
So the
pictures.
staining would be on the brick, right?
On the
On the
fixture.
brick.
So
But also sagging. You can see
this
sagging
is
gutters.
staining beneath the
Yeah,
gutters.
okay.
And trees.
This is a faulty gutter system. This one was actually because the shingles were short.
Okay.
So the water just goes from the shingles directly behind the gutter. And this is a really, really nice house. But the fascia on this house all the way around is rotten at least an inch at the top.
That looks
So
like my
it's-
house.
Yeah, that's
So this is,
tough job.
if we see this, we know, hey,
Yeah,
that's saying it's a faulty gutter system.
if you see staining around the gutters on the fascia board or just on the gutters themselves, they're not working properly. See, that's the same house. That's actually rotten wood all beneath there. So
You actually replace the fascia if it is rotten?
we replace the fascia, any kind of rotten wood around the guttering system we'll replace. And if the homeowner has the paint, we actually paint it too. But if it's around the entire house, then we recommend add them because we don't want him to 10 foot of wood. We're not going to sitting
Pump
out
him
there
up.
with that. That was hung extremely too low. They said it looked like a waterfall. There's a bird, that was going into the gutter. Hey, there's a nest in there. No, there wasn't. The gutters were hung low. The bird was drinking water out of the gutter.
Oh, Lord.
Fix it.
It doesn't look like it's
That,
working.
this is a bad gutter system. It's 10-foot sections, 2x3 downspouts. Standing here again, this downspout is not large enough to take the amount of water that we get in Shelby County. So you want the larger 3x4 downspouts. Okay.
I was gonna say too, to add to this guy, you see how, you know how some houses don't have gutters? And the water that runs down drips down? A lot of times that I deal with, and which would help him, and I tell people instantly, look, you can't grow anything here because the water off your shingles is killing it. Or two, you got exposed concrete of your foundation because you have no gutters. So that's another thing that would help if you're out in the yard.
If you have a house that doesn't have gutters, what it actually does is it causes foundation issues. And you won't really see it until, 40 years later, but you'll actually have to have concrete pumped up under the house. It's very expensive compared to a gutter price. They're inexpensive compared to that, definitely.
So guys, did we learn something about